Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 unbelievable tips to survive the inevitable 2023 recession. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, another recession? We just had one a few years ago. And you're right, we did. But the thing is, recessions are a natural part of the economic cycle. And while they can be tough, they're not the end of the world. In fact, recessions can actually be a good thing. They can force us to make changes and become more efficient. And they can also create opportunities for new businesses to start and grow. So if you're prepared, a recession can actually be a time of opportunity. That's why I'm sharing these 5 tips with you today. These tips will help you weather the storm and come out stronger on the other side.
Tips number 1. Build an emergency fund.
The first thing you need to do is build an emergency fund. This is money that you can use to cover unexpected expenses, like a job loss, a medical emergency, or a car repair. The general rule of thumb is to have 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up, but if you can, try to save even more. Having an emergency fund will give you peace of mind knowing that you're prepared for anything. Here are some tips for building an emergency fund. First, set a goal for how much money you want to save. Second, make a budget and track your expenses so you can see where you can cut back. Third, set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account each month. Fourth, look for ways to make extra money, like getting a part-time job or starting a side hustle.
Tips number 2. Pay down debt.
The next thing you need to do is pay down debt. The less debt you have, the less stress you'll feel during a recession. If you have high-interest debt, like credit card debt, focus on paying that off first. Then, move on to your other debts, like student loans and car loans. Once you're debt-free, you'll be in a much better position to weather the storm. Here are some tips for paying down debt. First, make a list of all your debts, including the amount you owe, the interest rate, and the minimum payment. Second, prioritize your debts by interest rate. Focus on paying off your highest interest debt first. Third, make more than the minimum payment on your debts whenever possible. Fourth, look for ways to consolidate your debt into one loan with a lower interest rate.
Tips number 3. Cut back on expenses.
Once you've built an emergency fund and paid down debt, it's time to start cutting back on expenses. This may mean eating out less, canceling unused subscriptions, or finding cheaper ways to get around. Every little bit helps, and the more you can cut back, the better off you'll be. Here are some tips for cutting back on expenses. First, make a list of all your monthly expenses. Second, see where you can cut back, like eating out less or canceling unused subscriptions. Third, set a budget and stick to it. Fourth, look for ways to save money on everyday expenses, like shopping around for groceries or using public transportation instead of driving.
Tips number 4. Invest in yourself.
During a recession, it's more important than ever to invest in yourself. This means continuing your education, learning new skills, and networking with other professionals. By investing in yourself, you'll be more marketable and better prepared for the future. Here are some tips for investing in yourself. First, take some classes to learn new skills. Second, attend industry events to network with other professionals. Third, join professional organizations. Fourth, volunteer your time to gain experience and make connections.
Tips number 5. Stay positive.
It's easy to get discouraged during a recession, but it's important to stay positive and focus on the future. Remember, this is just a temporary setback, and if you stay positive and keep working hard, you'll come out stronger on the other side. Here are some tips for staying positive during a recession. First, set goals for yourself and focus on achieving them. Second, surround yourself with positive people. Third, take care of yourself physically and mentally. So those are my 5 tips for surviving the inevitable 2023 recession. I know it's not going to be easy, but if you're prepared, you'll be in a much better position to weather the storm. Remember, recessions are a natural part of the economic cycle. And while they can be tough, they're not the end of the world. In fact, recessions can actually be a good thing. They can force us to make changes and become more efficient. And they can also create opportunities for new businesses to start and grow. So if you're prepared, a recession can actually be a time of opportunity. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Do you have any other tips to survive the recession? Put it down in the comments section below and hit the like button. Subscribe to our channel for more informative videos, and trust me, you won't regret it.